Hi everyone! Today I'm going to talk to you about the magic of humanism, which identifies 6 core principles of humanism: truth, nature, community, growth, goodness, and justice. I think that these principles are all interdependent, and today I want to talk about why I think justice in particular is a prerequisite to all of the other principles. And I'm going to use quotes from the late great bell hooks to make my case. You can't have true beliefs without justice because social injustice warps your perception of reality. To quote bell hooks, someone who has been socialized by the thinking of white supremacy, of capitalism, of patriarchy, can no longer respond to the world rationally. We can't form true beliefs about the world if we've internalized unjust ideologies and stereotypes. You can't respect nature without justice because the unjust, exploitative use of nature is an affront to the dignity of the natural world, and it leads to the most divisive and unsustainable forms of capitalism. Bell Hooks says that Americans have sacrificed the vision of freedom, love, and justice for the worship of materialism and money, and are attached to a superficially glamorous lifestyle. Environmental justice requires that we adopt a simpler life. Communities are ideally based on relationships of love, friendship, and solidarity, but these relationships are impossible without justice. To quote bell hooks, there can be no love without justice. In our culture, the private family dwelling is an institutionalized sphere of power that can easily be autocratic and fascistic. Indeed, any unjust community can become authoritarian. Growth is also impossible without justice, because an unjust person remains in a stagnant state of ignorance and contempt, and never grows into a good person. Goodness is impossible without justice, because an unjust person is ignorant and hateful. Justice is the remedy to ignorance, exploitation, isolation, stagnation, and vice. But what is justice? The best way to define justice, according to the late great Charles Mills, is by its lack. As the Magic of Humanism flyer says, racism, sexism, homophobia, and all forms of structural injustice are evil to humanists, who despise all violations of human dignity. The best way to address anti-humanist evils is to be critically aware of the reality of white supremacy, patriarchy, materialism, and other unjust practices, and take steps to collectively resist them. In sum, the magic of humanism is only possible if we reject what bell hooks called white supremacist capitalist patriarchy and commit ourselves to collective activism against injustice. Thank you.